Now, once you have successfully installed the Adobe Premiere Pro app, remember it is a professional video editing software, but with the right guidance, beginners can start creating their own videos. First off is we need to set up your project. If you haven't already, go to the File section, click the New Project from the home screen. All right, click the New Project, or just click the Control plus Alt plus N command on your keyboard. If you're using Mac, that's going to be Command plus Alt plus letter N on your keyboard. But I have the project already created here. Of course, we need to import media. Obviously, that includes videos, images, and audio. By going to the file again, click the import button. The shortcut is going to be Control plus I on your keyboard, or if you're using Mac, that's going to be Command plus I. Now, once all the media has been imported, be it videos, images, and audio, all right, you need to create a sequence. Where can we find it? Go to the sequence on the top left corner. All right, wait for it. Now, the next thing is we need to familiarize ourselves with the interface. In the left side here is going to be the tool section. You have the selection tool, wherein if you select this, you can basically manipulate the size. All right, rotate if you wanted. You can do a lot with the tool. All right, the next tool that is most commonly used is the razor tool or the cut tool. You see the shortcut is going to be C, letter C on your keyboard. If you do that, you would be able to delete any clips that you don't want. All right, you see this? Now, if you want to undo what you have previously done, all you have to do is click the undo button by pressing the Control Z. Or go to the edit section and click the undo button. All right, so let's do that again. Undo all of these. Now, since we already cut a trim, this section right here is going to be the timeline slider. All right, since we have already cut the video and the audio here, we might want to add some transitions. If you hover your mouse here, there should be a red icon that when you right click, you can add in a default transitions. All right, so if we cut another one here, we can add again default transitions if you wanted. But if you want to be more creative, I want you to familiarize yourself with the window. Go to the effects window. The effects can also be found here on the bottom left corner. If you click that, there should be an effects panel here. You see there is multiple options that you can choose from: presets, lumetri, audio effects, audio transitions, and of course the video transitions. If you do, you can simply drag and drop the transitions that you wanted here. For example, for dissolve, you can choose from any of the following options. You can put it here, put it there, and from whenever you want it. See that? So these are going to be some of your options, adding transitions. Not only that, if you have an audio here, you can also use the audio transition. So I'm going to add an audio. Right here is the audio section. If you max it out, you would notice if I play it, there should be a level. Right? You would notice that the audio is playing and you have the multi-channel here that is showing that the audio is properly functioning. And the audio it's located in the A1 layers. The A1 stands for audio layers. So you have like 3 layers for now. A1, A2, A3, and the video is corresponding to the V1 until V5. All right. And again, remember the effects clip earlier. If you want to add an audio transitions, we can do that. Click the audio transitions. For example, we're going to be zooming in the timeline here. We can drag and drop any kind of transitions for our audio with very easy access. And again, similarly to the video earlier, if you're watching and paying attention, you can also click the apply default transitions. So these are going to be some of your options. Now, in terms of the video effects, I'm going to give you a very easy effects here called lighting. If you can't find the lighting here, just type in lighting. You see the lighting? Drag the lighting to your video right here. You would see that there's kind of like a spotlight. And for us to be able to control the lighting section here, we need to go to the effects control window. go to editing, click this, and go to editing. Now, on the light one, since it's spotlight, we can basically click the directional. And of course, from there, we can decrease the intensity if it's too harsh or not. Not only that, after doing so, if you go again to the effects panel here, if you click the lumetri panel, or if you go here in the windows, click the lumetri color, you would have an option on the right side to basically adjust the video. You can click the basic correction. You can say, for example, increase the exposure right here, decrease the exposure. You can add some contrast, highlights. So basically, you can play around with the basic correction for your video. Of course, we have a separate video on how to color grade, which is kind of advanced. But for now, since you're just familiarizing yourself with the tools and effects here, this is going to be a good start. All right. And of course, not only that, on the tool here, you can add a text if you wanted. For example, click the letter T, and you can add your text here. It's kind of easy, really. Now, adding your text is simple. Just type in whatever thing that I want, but since it's white, go to the effects control right here. You see this eye icon, we can change the color. So it's going to be visible. We can add a stroke if you wanted. Something like this. Maybe a different color. And then, of course, we can select the tool again to resize the text. And then place it accordingly to any part of our timeline. Now, once we're happy, we're going to be clicking the sequence and click the render into out. So to make the video less laggy and be responsive during the editing. Because if you're working with multiple videos, it's kind of hard to preview the video to render, which part of the video needs to be polished or not. So you need to click the render video so that it creates a smoothest transitions for your video. So it gives you an estimated time left for the rendering video, and by practicing these basic features, of course, you can begin to learn how to work with Premiere Pro effectively. There are many advanced features from our G-Plaf's YouTube channel that you might want to check, but these are the basics, and the basics are the first step for you to be able to master it in no time. Once this is done, the next thing that is we need to do, or very important, is to export this video. If you're planning to export it as an MP4, AVI, you can name it. Or if you want to upload this video to the YouTube channel of yours, you can do that here very easily. How? After finishing this video, go to the file section, click the export button. Right, click the media. In this media panel, these are going to be the format that you can choose. Blu-ray, 4K, AVI, and a lot more, depending on, of course, your preference. You can also click the output name, rename the file that you wanted, the output folder, or the location, and from the basic video settings, you can choose from any of the following. Make sure, this is very important, all right? Click the use maximum render quality, all right? And begin to click the export button. And in no time, you would be able to export the first video that you have created here in Adobe Premiere Pro as a beginner. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again in the next one.